What up? Welcome to Recovering Addict. I am LT, your host, and I am an addict alcoholic.
I'm Fleece Weaver. I'm the wife of an addict alcoholic, here to answer any questions you may have.
Welcome, Lisa. I'm glad you were here. Enjoyed having you on last night and enjoyed your live chat. Was that that was this morning. Taking a nap, so I'm not sure what day it is. Or when I wake up from naps, I'm like, is it still Saturday or is it Sunday? Shauna Lewis from Springfield, Mo. Is that Montana? Awesome. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. We are very grateful. I'm trying to upload a little clip because I want to show you guys something that I'm going to ask of you guys to do later so that you can do the same thing and think it's cool as I think it's cool. So as usual, if you just stumbled upon this and it's pre-recorded, this is live every night at 8 o'clock. And we go live at every night at 8. And we talk about recovery. We go through what it takes to come off of alcohol or drugs, the steps you got to go through, what stage of recovery you're in. And then we talk about maintenance and writing recovery plans and writing relapse prevention plans and what you can do to maintain and not ever have to go back to relapse, because you don't ever have to go back and relapse ever again, ever. That's a fact. Sorry, I'm trying to upload this video.
How do I undo? I accidentally deleted it instead of
Command Z.
Command Z.
Command Z. If you guys didn't know that, if you're on a normal PC, Control Z will take you back one, or if you're on a Mac, Command Z.
I thought I lost it all.
Tech education for y'alls. So we're live on YouTube and live on Facebook. We have this watch party inside of a Recovering Addict place, and we just want to say hello to everybody and thanks for showing up and watching us. This is a place you can supplement your meetings. You're not AA meetings, NA meetings are shut down. This is by no means NA or AA, but we do believe in the 12 steps. We believe in the literature. We believe that it works. So we read a lot of that literature. We're going to read here some here in just a little bit. We'll go through a little bit of the news, get a little stinking update on the coronavirus and where we're at with that. And then we will jump into our book. And at the half hour, in about 30 minutes, we have Holly, who wants to come on and spill her heart out because she's hurting right now and needs our help. She wants to quit drinking. She has a husband who's not an alcoholic or a drug addict. So she's in a similar situation that my wife and I was in, except she's the addict and her husband's not, where I was the addict and my wife is not. So hopefully we can give her some advice and give her some strength and hope and encouragement, especially in this time where it's all stressful and just, it's not cool. So we'll bring her on about 8:30. It's about, what is that, 28 more minutes?
Yeah, about 28 minutes.
Let me figure this out. You chit chat for everybody for a second. I get this downloaded here.
Well, hello all. So Lisa, I'm gonna show you how to spell my name. Even though I do love the Christmas shirts that say Feliz Navidad with the sheep on them, those are my favorite. But I will put it right here for all to see. It means happy.
Newcomer. We're going to have us a newcomer tonight. Awesome. Is that, well, his name's not here, but welcome, newcomer. We're glad to have you. The most important person to the meeting is always the newcomer, the person that's here and is wondering, like, well, at AA and NA meetings, you walk in, you're like, what is going on? Why are these people so happy and all that kind of good stuff and hugging? And it's recovery. Once you get your eyes wide open, once you work a program and you come out of addiction a better person, and you work these 12 steps and you start taking care of your character defects, you become a better person and life just starts happening better. and you can't help but smile. And then when you're around a bunch of people that know exactly what you're going through, just the open, honest conversation is amazing. The fellowship, you walk in, you instantly know because you're around a bunch of people who are exactly like you. Their stories may be a little bit different. Their drug of choice may have been a little bit different, but at the end of the day, man, it's all exactly the same. I'll just about have this uploaded here.
Sweet. Hi, Link. I'm glad you're a huge fan.
Link's on his phone in the back room.
He likes to talk to everybody.
You guys know who Link is, right? He's our son who has a TBI. And I was going to show you something little cool thing about him too, about his TBI and what we do. If you guys have a special needs child, there's a cool place out there called Tinker. What's it called?
Oh, yeah.
Tinker Crate. And I'll explain Tinker Crate here in a minute. It's not sponsored. I just want you guys to see how cool Tinker Crate is because our son has a TBI. And it worked. So before I get into it, throw in the comments, what are you guys doing to pass the time? What are you, now that you have all this time that you're locked down and you're in quarantine and it seems like we got a little bit more free time on our hands, maybe you don't have a job. What are you doing? Are you finally maybe getting into some hobbies? Are you learning how to play the guitar? Are you learning how to cook? Are you learning how to do any of this stuff? Anything. It doesn't matter. Are you mowing the lawn? Are you gardening? Now that springtime's about here, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. Hey, Mama. Welcome to the show. Lisa, hello to you. Danielle, oh, yes. Glad you're here. Good. Hey, Merd. What's going on, brother? All right, so there's some good news for opioid addiction. Opioid addiction, the federal government has just made it a whole lot easier to access opioid addiction treatment. So that's some good news. It says there's been some guidance and there are being much more lax, allowing 4 weeks of take-home doses for stable patients with no state or federal sign-off required. And then there's 2 weeks for less stable patients who the clinic believes can safely handle this level of take-home medication. I would definitely be on the less stable patient scale on there. They probably would say, nah, sorry, bud, you ain't taking it. So this is the guidance that will uphold through this pandemic. So that's some good news out there. They're trying to lessen, because this article said not only we have two, it's a, what is that one? Congruent? You know, two things are running together. Yeah. So we got two epidemics really going on right now. We got the opioid epidemic and the coronavirus epidemic going on at the exact same time. And neither one's helping the other. You know, you got to stay home. You got to stay isolated, which is increasing the stress rate of all us addicts. You know, everything we're all going through. We all know the meetings are down, the informality of Zoom, which Zoom is cool. I think it's awesome. But the real life, where you can just, give somebody a hug and you get to put your arms around each other and say the serenity prayer, that's much needed. So in the meantime, I encourage you to get yourself involved. There's Zoom meetings. You could probably hit a Zoom meeting every day. Once you figure out the technology and jump in there and look at all the different meetings that are throughout the whole world, you could probably find one in Japan and not even understand what's going on and just sit there and look at everybody. But I encourage you, jump around, get into the Zoom meetings, and then come to shows like this where we talk about recovery, because what we are going through right now is this book called Staying Sober, and it's about preventing relapse. It's exactly about preventing what we're going through. When times like this happen, how do we get through it better on the other side? And so that's what we want to learn. What up, Merd? Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. What is methadone? What's that? Methadone. It's kind of like Suboxone. It's this article defined it as an opiate, but it doesn't get you high, but it helps you with withdrawals that you're going to go through. You know how opiates withdrawals, that ill you were talking about last night, Lisa? You were ill, and help you not have to suffer through so much of that ill, Merc, what's going on, brother? Sober is the new cool. There's no doubt about it. Sober is the new cool. So there's this thing now, and it's crazy. Let me share the screen with you. I didn't even know they were doing this until today. And then the music behind it, I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. Let me see. If I turn this up on my mic, it may give me a ton of feedback, but oh, now it's sad music. Earlier, it was like this scary music.
Yeah, like an action, crazy actions.
Yeah,
scary
let me share
scene.
The screen real quick. Oh, come on, get off of there. But there's a live coronavirus. What is it called? Live world map count. It's a counter. Look at this thing. This thing is crazy. What in the world? So there's our live coronavirus in real time. So we got the U.S. at 102, or no, the world is at 1,201,000. Total deaths so far, 64,757. And then you can see up here, you got the United States and Spain. It's kind of in order. And there's the order right there of the United States, France, Spain, United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, Iran, in order from largest to smallest, down all the way down to Ireland. And you can see that the United States has now, what were we at yesterday? 250 some odd thousand, and now we're at 311,000, 8,000 deaths, but 14,000 have recovered. And if you do the math on that, the death rates, not that bad. But still, like I saw a meme the other day. It was like, if you knew there were 2 jelly beans within a bag of 100, would you eat the bag of 100? So, it's still dangerous. Got to be careful out there.
I saw a Chuck Norris joke the other day.
You have a Chuck Norris joke?
Yeah. Chuck Norris.
Where's your arms?
Oh boy, he's got green on again.
Okay, so Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer. Too bad Chuck Norris never cried.
So true. Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer, but too bad that guy never cried. Mark says methadone affects you like normal opiates. Suboxone tricks your brain into thinking it's affected. Oh, sounds like Suboxone might be the better one there, in my opinion. I know if anything's going to get me high, I'm going to want more. If I did a line of coke, I was straight to the meth house because I wasn't high enough. And then crack, it didn't last long enough. I did it one time and I felt like I was 9 feet tall and bulletproof, but it lasted like 10 minutes. I'm like, nah, give me some meth. If I'm going to get high, I'm going to get high for months. If I'm going to get drunk, give me whiskey so I can chug a fifth, and get blacked out. That's the kind of drunk and alcoholic, druggy addict I am. Can y'all relate with that? So anybody answer my question? What are we doing to pass the time? I was in a Zoom meeting and I watched Merck clean up his yard. He was cleaning up the dog crap, keeping himself humble, he said. And then he made enough hot dogs and hamburgers, it looked like I saw for a split second, that could have fed my family, his family. So how many kids do you got, Merck? Or how many people you got in that house of yours? That looked delicious, by the way. And I wouldn't have expected a meal any less than that from you, to be honest.
Mama says she's goes outside and plays with Kenny.
Oh, cool. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. So the video I was going to show you guys, and this is what I'm going to propose, but I guess I'll do that after we get through this news stuff and read our little inspiration. So I decided we're going to read through this book right first when we start the show. Today is April 4th. We saw the coronavirus news. We talked about the cool stuff the federal government's doing for people with methadone and stuff, giving them their take-home medication so that they're not going to relapse, hopefully, that it works out that way. And now let's read AA Thought for the Day. It says, when I came to AA, I found men and women who had been through the same thing I had been through, but now they were thinking more about how they could help others than they were about themselves. They were a lot more unselfish than I ever was. By coming to a meeting and associating with them, I began to think a little less about myself and a little more about other people. I also learned that I didn't have to depend on myself alone to get out of this mess that I was in. I could get greater strength than my own. And now, depending less on myself and more on God. And here's the meditation for the day. You cannot help others unless you understand the person you are trying to help. To understand the problem and temptations of others, you must have been through them yourself. You must do all you can to understand others. You must study their backgrounds, their likes and their dislikes, their reactions and their prejudices. When you see their weakness, do not confront the person with them. Share your own weakness, sins, and temptations, and let other people find their own convictions. That's what we're here for. We share our stories, and that's why we go to the AA and NA meetings, and we share how and what we're battling so that we're not pointing fingers and judging. We want people to vent without criticism, judgment, or what was the last one? Making us, I'm going to have to open the book. See how my memory works? I'm only 6 months clean, y'all. My brain ain't working yet still either.
It is better, though. I did tell him the other day that he remembers stuff now.
Apparently, my memory's coming back. Yeah, so start talking to people who are not going to accuse, criticize, or minimize. And that's what we're here for. You can throw it in the comments. You can actually come on the show anytime you guys want. If you're hurting, just like the Holly. Her name is Holly. And at the half hour, she's asked to come on the show. And that's exactly what she's going to do. She's hurting right now, and she's looking for us. And when I say us, remember when I go us, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about us, all of us, you, us. Because, you know, that's what we're here for. We're all here to help each other. Why? Because we recover better together. So here is the prayer of the day. I pray that I may serve as a channel for God's power to come into the lives of others. I pray that I may try to understand them.
Oh, what a good prayer.
Yeah, that's a good prayer. That is a really good prayer. Okay, so here is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to be a part of this show because you are a part of this show. And what are you going to say something?
No, keep going.
Oh. Did it not upload? It didn't freaking upload. Hold on.
But Mark has eight people in his house.
Wow, dude.
That's why he had so much hot dogs. And they're cheap. We just bought a bunch of hot
We can
dogs.
relate. We got mouths to feed. We know how it is. But he had his barbecue out. And big old like a mound like that.
Yeah.
Just deliciousness.
They must be, are they in their teens?
You got teenagers there,
Bottomless
Mark?
pits.
I bet you do. All right, well, that video is not uploading and it irritates me. But what I want you guys to do is take a little 30-second video of yourself, email it to me, and show me what you're doing to recover. If you're playing the guitar, take just a little 30-second clip and show us what you're doing. Email it to that address right there, recoveringaddict8@gmail.com. And tomorrow and throughout the days to come, just continually send them to me. And we can see what each other is doing to help cope. If you're out mowing the lawn, take a little 30-second video and share it with us. So if you just have some inspiration and you want to say something, just something comes to your heart and you want to get it off your chest, say it on there, email it to this email address, and I will upload and we will play it on the show. And I think that'll give us all a little bit more hope and inspiration as we can see that each other, we're out here doing the thing. That file's too large. Oh, come on now.
It's lies.
Oh, well, I'm just going to have to do this then. You're just going to have to screen share. I'm just going to have to screen share it. Screw it.
Hey, way to work around it.
But here's me at Lowe's. Okay, right there. Let me put the headphones up here so you can, well, let's just turn it up and then you can maybe hear it. Oh, we still got music playing. Let me turn that. There's that stinking coronavirus thing. What in the world? All right, here we go. So here's me at Lowe's, me and the kids, right? Let me hide that bad boy. And it's just us at Lowe's. My dog goes in there. She grabs a piece of wood that she's not supposed to grab. It's actually for stairs. So this is just us dinking around. So we're actually remodeling our house, like I told you. And we got the dishwasher installed. And so if you guys send us a little video of what you guys are out there doing when you're out there doing it and you're social distancing, not social distancing, physical distancing. And we had her... And that's what the kids thought was so funny. They wanted to see Megan. The first time it happened, I wish we had it on video. It was even funnier because she took off down the aisle, came running back, and she tried to hit the skids and right through my legs. It was awesome. But like I said, start sending little clips of yourselves doing your thing, and we'll put them up here. We'll inspire each other. Whatever it is. Are you playing the piano? Cooking, you building little stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. This thing, it comes from Tinker Crate. So our son was in a terrible accident in 2017. So we've had to do stuff to help stimulate his mind and get his memory back. And this place right here, if you give them, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks a month or something like that, they send you a brand new crate. It's in this little cool box. Every month it just arrives on the porch. And engineers at this place sit and try to and put things together for people who, to stimulate their minds. And it comes with directions. They can put it all together. And this is the last one that Linky made yesterday. I think he put this together, maybe the day before.
It was yesterday.
But it comes with full-fledged instructions on how to build it. And this is what it is right here. Check it out. Look at that. I thought that was cool. And so Link was always like an engineering type kind of mind when he, before the accident, he was always fiddling, making stuff. So we subscribe to that, and now they show up and he gets them out and it occupies his brain and gets him to use those, because his brain has to rewire itself. Its frontal right chunk of his lobe is dead. What are we at? Where are we at in the comments?
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with Merck. Lisa, that was a great story last night. What's going on? God grant me the serenity. Amen. If you stick around to the end of the show, we all say that prayer together. What's going on, brother? How you doing, Corey? We are hanging in there. Lynn B, nice to see you.
Oh, hello, Lynn.
1 is 13 and my 11 is big as me.
We got a couple of those.
Yeah, we got a couple of those. And they start eating, and my goodness, you think you bought groceries and you turn around and they're gone. My goodness. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Marquez and a newcomer to the channel. Right on, brother. Keep coming
So
back.
that's your nephew, Lisa, I take it?
Why do you say that?
Because it says Marquez just came in.
All right.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, we're definitely glad you're here. Oh, my sister. I should tell you guys what's going on in my family, huh? I believe my father's an addict, and now he wants to live with us. And I don't know what to do about that. What do you guys think? We can go into that if you want. Try to understand my addict husband. That is hard for me to do. Never has been an addict to anything, but maybe buying craft supplies. Hello, trying to relate. Just don't buy more. Very funny. All right, so it's 8:20. I think we're close enough to 8:30. We got Holly in the back. She's looking for hope, inspiration, you guys. So we're just going to let her come on, spill her chest or spill her guts out. Let us know what's on her mind. And I'm not a counselor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I only have the experience of being a drug addict as a tweaker, an alcoholic as a raging blackout drunk, and going through 5 months of an IOP. Whatever you guys can help, however you guys can help in the comments to help me, help her, and you help her, and then we're all helping each other so we recover better together. But this is Holly. Holly, let me put my headphones on.
Oh, yeah. I want to be able to hear you.
Uh-oh. We already lost her. We already lose you, Holly?
Chapstick.
There.
No, you have me.
Okay, what's going on? Nice to see your face finally.
You too.
Speakers.
So I felt like it was really important to come from the side. I guess I have a drinking problem. My spouse does not. It creates a lot because our two worlds don't understand one another. And he was supposed to be part of this video tonight, but he's so frustrated that he can't handle it. And I know that you told me your wife stuck with you all night. Did some research, kind of came to understand. I guess I just never saw myself here. You know, I have a good career. I'm a nurse. I have good kids. I went through a divorce. And I think that I kind of went through that partying thing, and it kind of got worse and worse and worse. And I've done the compromising. Ooh, I'll only drink this much per day or this much per week. I'm just, you know, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know how to fix this. And to your wife who's sober, it's like two different worlds. Like, I live in my world and I can try to explain it to him, but he lives in his world and he doesn't get it. So what am I supposed to, what's my next? Yeah.
Well, let's back up. Let's explain to everybody kind of a little bit more detail so they know how to help. We know that you have an alcohol problem and he doesn't. So take us through a cycle, like a week's worth of your cycle. Do you go to work, come home, and then you black out drunk? Do you go? And I'm not trying to say that you do. I'm just asking questions. Do you
Oh, no.
do you go make a fool out of yourself, or are you just neglectful, or do you do this night after night, or is it just casual drinking on the weekends? Or kind of explain to us in detail, as much detail as you want to give, on like a week's worth of your cycle.
Okay. Well, I need to start back to the beginning where
Yeah.
it started.
Perfect.
I was going through a divorce and a separation. So I had children. I had never really kind of had that party lifestyle because I had kids when I was young.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a newfound freedom. So I would go out Friday or Saturday night. Then it progressed to Wednesday night, karaoke night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And then before I knew it, I was drinking in the mornings.
Yep, me too.
It was like a progression that I did not even really kind of understand. But my boyfriend came into it as completely like he hates alcohol completely. So, like we're in two different worlds because now I could probably 2 nights ago I drank a whole gallon of whiskey. I'm probably at this point drinking a half a fifth to a fifth every night. It was worse than that, but that's kind of where we are right now.
Sounds like you were drinking exactly like me. I was drinking it just almost exactly like yours. It just started off with partying and having fun with our neighbors and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm in the basement pounding fifths. I was blackout drunk. And if you're drinking a fifth or more, you're definitely blacking out. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I would have conversations with him like through text and so forth that I wouldn't remember the next day.
Oh yeah. Been there, done that.
Sending that, I would never say that. And I guess tonight I come up here because there's so many people who are brilliant people who are wonderful parents who would never see themselves in this circumstance and who have amazing partners who are not into this. And it's really two-sided because he was supposed to be with me tonight. And he's like, I can't. You've been drinking. I can't do this. And I almost feel alone because he doesn't understand. And I kind of don't understand. So it's like a clash of two worlds. It's like, I need you more than ever. You're my best friend. I need you to understand that I'm an amazing mother and I love taking care of children every single day in my job. But this has a grasp on me and I don't know how to fix it. And he doesn't understand and I don't understand his point.
How long have you guys been together?
Almost 4 years.
And so at the beginning of the 4 years, you were just a casual weekend drinker, and now you've become
Yes.
Pretty much a daily drinker. How's it affecting your work life?
Well, right now, because of the virus, obviously, I'm not working.
Right.
But we were laying here last night, and I told him, I said, I don't think you realize the extent of where I was, because I try to be, like, brutally honest. This is where I am. I don't want to hide anything. I was drinking at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I was in carpool lines. It's just really hard because I never, like, I would have judged somebody who had done that. And now I'm, like, on the opposite side of things. And, I just need help. I need help. And I need somebody who understands. And I know it's wrong. And I know it's not okay to hide things. But he doesn't get it because he doesn't have this problem. So I don't know how to relate. And I guess when you spoke with me and said your wife was kind of on the opposite side. She didn't have that problem. You did. It kind of it made me think there was hope, but
There is hope.
So I'm going to tell you something that you may not want to hear, but this is reality.
yeah.
Is it came in, I guess, stages where, like, at the beginning I was okay with it and I went along and I hung out until it came to a stage where I was like, I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore, but you're going to keep going. And so that's the stage where I started getting irritated and frustrated and resentment started setting in.
Yeah.
And then it hit another stage because he is not going to enter your world. And if anything, he's going to get further away from your world until you decide you want to fix it.
Mhm.
And so the last stage was he was in his motorhome by himself, and I'd stay on the porch by myself because I didn't want to be around it. I didn't want my kids to be around it because it gets so frustrating sometimes to have a conversation with somebody that you think is meaningful and they don't remember it the next day. So it starts to really start to hurt.
Yeah.
And they will distance, like I distanced myself to keep me and my family from getting hurt
Mm-hmm.
until he decided that he wanted to get help. Because I knew I can't help him. I can't control him. I can't do anything to rescue him. There's nothing I could do to fix it. All I could do was let him find his bottom until he decided that he wanted to change. And I feel like your husband probably feels the same way. Or, yeah, husband.
Husband or boy?
He's probably going to keep distancing himself until you decide that you want to enter his world again because your world is too hurtful. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, it completely, it does. And I know that, God, I wish it was as simple. And that's why I asked to be on live. I wish it was as simple as just putting down and solving the problem. But this has such a grasp on me. And I've had I've had heart conversation with him. And I've said, I don't want to do this. It's not that I want to do this, but it's gotten to the point where it's all I think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like the first step that you're powerless.
Yeah. You're realizing you're powerless over it. That's good.
And that's a good thing.
I mean, but if you don't have support, like a few minutes ago, I said, let's come up here and talk. He said, I don't think they want me on live because I'm so frustrated with you at this point.
It's probably the best time to talk about it.
I'll tell you why. And I think we've all been through it. And that's why I feel like it's so important to connect. I've done the compromising thing. I sat down last night and I said, if you'll just let me drink Friday, Saturday, 1/5, I'll go all week. Like, I've done everything. And everybody has been through this. I understand. But because I went over my 1/5 tonight, we're arguing.
You drank a 5th already tonight?
No, between 2 nights.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, you're doing good.
I said, I think it's kind of like the same thing to me. You're allowed 1 donut per week, like if you're on a diet.
Right.
It's harder for me to say you don't get any donuts all week versus you get 1 donut. I mean, I know it sounds really, really, really stupid.
No, it
doesn't. But I'm like, I was drinking a 5th sometimes every day or every 2 days, and I asked for 1/5 for the whole week. I said, what I promise you is Sunday through Thursday, I will drink absolutely nothing. And I meant it. But last night, I went over half the 5th.
So how many times have you broken that promise?
We've tried. I've tried I went 2 months without anything. And I've told him this. I told him last night. I've never been through this. I never hoped to be an alcoholic. I never, I don't know how to fix it. I just think cold turkey is just extremely, it just kind of defeats me before I do it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the compromise is, but I care very much about how he feels.
If
Even though
it's
I kind of understand where I am, you know?
if it's anything like our situation, I knew that compromise wasn't real because as soon as he would drink, it was okay, he's gonna have another drink and another drink. Even if he went a whole week, the cycle would start over. He'd start with a beer, and then the next weekend it was a 6-pack, and then the next weekend it was a fifth. So I knew it would always progress. And if you're anything like our situation, he sees that cycle before you even see that cycle. And the best thing, I think, my advice to you is to quit trying to compromise and just be honest with him and say, hey, I have a problem. I can't compromise because it gets me every time and I need your help just to be here for me.
You know, I sat there last night with him and I let him read all the messages that I had sent you guys. And he just doesn't get it. And it's like, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be a bad mom. I don't want to be in the car line because it's just not who I am. I take care of dying children every time I go to work. Like, I'm not this person, but it just has such a hold on me. And it's not that I want to be bad or I don't want to be, you know,
Have you read any of the AA book yet, like the Doctor's Opinion?
No.
Can I read this to you real quick?
Yeah, sure.
This will help you because I keep hearing you say, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person.
I'm not.
But you are. You're just like me, exactly like me. And you're exactly like every alcoholic in the comment. And this little paragraph will probably lay it out for you. This is the Doctor's Opinion. It's on the Roman numeral page XVIII, whatever that is, 27, I think, 28. We believe and have so suggested a few years ago that the action of alcohol on the chronic alcoholic is a manifestation of an allergy, that the phenomenon of craving is limited to this class and never occurs in the average temperate drinker. These allergic types can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. And once have formed the habit and found that they cannot break it, once having lost their self-confidence, their reliance upon things human, their problems pile up on them and becomes astonishingly difficult to solve. That's us. And that phenomenon of craving means that your DNA, your makeup, my makeup, and who we are, we have an allergy to this alcohol, and it's called the phenomenon of craving. As soon as you take that first sip, that's what I tried to do. I tried to wean myself off. I'm like, okay, I'm going to drink a pint tonight, a half a pint tomorrow, a half of that the next day. And because I understood the dangers of quitting cold turkey. As soon as I took that first sip of that pint, I had it gone in 20 minutes, and I was browbeating her to drive me to the liquor store. And once she finally decided to not take me, I drove myself.
This is why he's not in it. It was like, I finished over my max last night. I have to have more. Tomorrow's Sunday. They're closed.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I never saw myself like this. Like, I didn't. Who plans to have an alcohol problem? Like, I didn't. This is my best friend, and he really, really is. He's an amazing guy. But I get so frustrated, just like he does, because he doesn't get it. It's like all I think about.
Right. And it's going to be all you think about the rest of your life. And once you decide, like Lisa Real Spill, she just says, do you want to get clean? And obviously you do, right?
Yeah.
And as much as you drink, it's a possibility you may need to go into detox.
Yeah.
Because alcohol is very dangerous to detox off of. It could kill you. You're a nurse. You probably know. But But once you come off the detox and you start, and I would suggest some type of not inpatient if you don't have to, but some type of a program. You need to get to a program. You need to do 90 and 90. You have to get to AA meetings every day for the first 90 days of this. You have to take the time that you were used to drinking and stop drinking. You have to fill it with something else. And for the rest of your life, you're going to be thinking about drinking. I'm only 6 months total, like clean after my relapse, but I still, in the back of my mind, think, man, one day, maybe when I retired, I'm in my 60s, I'll be able to kick back on the porch and have a glass of whiskey, which is not true. I have the phenomenon of craving. I'm the allergic type. As soon as I start drinking, like you just said, you tried to limit yourself to a pint a night is what it sounds like to me. And as soon as you got through that first half of that fifth, you're like, there's still more to be drank, and you're going to finish it. That's us. That's who we are.
I guess my question is how your wife feels about this, like her side of things, because it's so hard for us to understand. Like, I feel like he doesn't understand me, but I'm trying to understand him, and she's sober, obviously. So what is her thinking on this?
Just understand that it hurts to watch someone you love basically kill themselves. That's what it feels like. It's because that's what you basically are doing. Yeah. You're destroying your body, and he's watching you, and there's nothing he can do to stop it. You're the only one that has control over it, and it is devastating.
Yeah, if he could take it away from you, why wouldn't he? But what's that?
He's already tried.
He can't.
He can't. He is completely powerless. You are completely powerless over alcohol. You have to make the decision.
He's like, just put it down. To him, he's like, just put it down. Don't pick it up. I don't see what the problem is. And I'm like, it's not. Well, I wish I could. Like, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be a drunk. It's not like I grew up and I was like, when I in my 40s, I want to be a drunk. He doesn't, and I've tried to talk to him, but he doesn't get it. I can't just put it down. It consumes me. And I feel bad because I feel like as my best friend, I need him, but I know he's so frustrated with me that he doesn't want to be around me. At the same time, it just makes it worse. Like, it just makes me want to drink more. I can't believe I did this to myself, Yeah. I'm a good mom and I'm a good peds nurse. I just can't believe I let my life get to the point where this is what I think about.
If you were to check yourself into a detox hospital for a week and then decided to go to an IOP for 5 months like I did, I'm comparing you to me, how would his support for you be with that?
I think he just wants me to be done, honestly.
So he would support you through that, or?
Yeah, he would. He will not watch me drink. He will not. Obviously, I've been tonight because I said, let's have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, I'll drink nothing. And I will hold that up. I will not drink anything. It's just, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm not sure how long-term of a goal that is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't, we've made this compromise before and it never works. And
it's not going to work until you decide for yourself, because once, like that Al-Anon that I sent you last night, once she started learning what addiction was and that she had no control over me, she stopped being addicted to my addiction. Mm-hmm. And then she cut the ties between me and her as far as I'm not going to enable him to do this anymore safely. So if he's going to drink, it's on him and the consequences rest on his head. And that's when I was more so to drive drunk. And if I would have got busted, so be it. I would have hit my bottom. If I would have drank myself into a seizure, so be it. And she would have no guilt or no blood on her hands whatsoever because it's my addiction. And I was hurting her with it. So the more he learns that he's enabling you and he starts cutting no ties, the darker it's going to get for you until you finally hit rock bottom and you are sick and tired of being sick and tired and you decide to make a change and you start taking action. And until then, you're going to sit just like you are right now in this same exact cycle, because tomorrow you're going to wake up hungover, drink your water. You're going to eat your little bit of a lunch, because I know how your stomach gets when you drink that much whiskey. You don't eat very much at all. And then you're going to try to get, well, you didn't get to the liquor store in time tonight, so you're probably going to have to try to fill it with beer or something, unless you can make it through a day. But I would always go get an 18-pack, pound the whole thing, not be drunk enough, sleep like crap, be at the liquor store Monday morning at 11 as soon as it opened and slam that first thing of whiskey because I didn't get my good drunk that I wanted on Sunday, and then try to catch up. And then it just followed me through the week, and it was cycle after cycle. Oh, I got so sick of it. You know what I mean?
I think that they think we enjoy it. Like,
We did. I did.
you did? Because I don't.
Right to the very end. Right up to the last 6 months, I loved getting drunk. Loved it.
Well,
The drunker, the better.
maybe I said that wrong. I enjoy the relaxation. What I do not enjoy is disappointing other people in my life and failing. I feel like I fail every time I pick it up. My concern is for him the same way with your wife. Did you ever feel like that he didn't love you enough? Or I guess I'm trying to understand the opposite side of things. Like, why did you stay?
Because we know what you guys are like when you're sober. We know the person you are.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting for that person to come back.
So,
But
like,
we have to wait for you to want to come back.
so is there any advice, besides obviously me stopping, that, or anything that I can say to him? I don't want him to feel like it's his fault, and anything I can do to make him feel better about that is,
Talk to him in the morning when you're not drunk.
I already have.
And then tell him what you feel for him. Tell him that you love him and that you want to quit and you need his support, and you're going to take action and you're going to quit and you're going to need his help to get you through it. And then start educating with him, both of you. You educate yourself on what addiction is, educate him. You educate each other together. If he's in it for the long haul with you, work together, learn together, and then strive together. Because you're going to take 2 steps forward, you're going to take a couple steps back. When you go through the quitting part and the craving part, your emotions are going to be up one day, down the next. You're going to be frazzled. You're going to go through the post-acute withdrawal syndromes that we all are going, that I'm going through. I know people in these comments are going through.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either tackle it together, have your heartfelt conversations with him when you're sober, not when you start getting guilty feeling after the buzz kicks in and you're maybe even slurring your speech a little bit, because that just instantly is a turn off and they don't want to hear nothing. They'd rather just probably punch you right in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Just walk away.
You know, that's kind of violent, but yeah.
Well, her punching me in the mouth is what I'm talking about.
I probably would punch myself in the mouth. I get brutally honest, like, when I've been drinking. I think a lot of people have. But I think all my emotions come out at the same time. And I feel like I have anxiety component of things, and alcohol kind of relaxes all that. And I've kind of been self-medicating, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like I have anxiety attacks, and it's the one thing that kind of mellows me out. But yeah, I mean, I agree. If he could legally punch me in the mouth, he probably would have already done it 6 times.
And then on the flip side, you got to listen to Lisa from Real Spill. She puts up you keep going, he may not stay. You might not be as lucky as I have been and have somebody that was committed to actually waiting for me to change because she saw the good in me, you know?
So, how is it now?
How is it now? It's much better. There's still that little bit of anxiety that he could relapse someday, and it might happen, but it's just always going to be there in the very back of my mind. But it's great. It's nice having him back. He's who I always thought he was. He's just an amazing man.
But
And
how is he dealing? Like, how are you dealing personally? Like, how anxiety and stress?
How am I handling maintenance?
Yes.
Okay, so I had to go to detox. I was drinking the exact same amount you are.
Okay.
Have you seen the picture of my last night drinking? Did I ever show
No.
you that? Let's check this
No.
out. So I'm going to pull this up on the green screen. So I found this picture when I was digging. I'm a photographer, so I'm always messing with cameras. But I found this picture right here. And that's me on a Tuesday morning at it was 10 o'clock in the morning. And that's a half a gallon of whiskey on my lap. And I drank probably 4 or 5 of those that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the weekend I decided I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I had to check myself into a detox center. And that lasted 3 to 5 days. I'm still not really sure. I probably need to go look at the bill. Was it 3 or 5? I keep saying that.
Ashley and Christian are on.
Who's that?
Ashley from...
Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet.
Sorry.
Welcome, guys. Sorry, we had some friends pop in the comments. And so after that, I had been sitting I went and got my blood drawn, and the doctor looked at my enzymes and was like, holy crap, you want to live past 50? You better quit drinking right now. And then he looked at my my vitamin D in my body. He's like, what the hell are you, a vampire? And if you look at the way I was living, I would come straight. I work in a building with no windows. I'd come straight home and go down in the basement all through the summer, all through the winter. And I never got outside because all I was doing was drinking pints and fits and hopefully making it through Sunday, you know? And so I got out of the hospital from detox, and I went and me and my buddy built a deck, and I got out in the sun. I got my tools back out, and me and him built this nice big deck. So I spent a week doing that, sweating, drinking tons of water. And the week after that, I checked myself into an intense outpatient program. I said, I have to if I don't do this, I'm not going to make it. My one plan was to go with my buddy, Mark. He has some property, and he was going to take me and just get me off the grid and basically handcuff me to a bed. But I'm glad that didn't work out that way, because I still wouldn't have made it. I had to have the counseling, because 47 days after I drank, my addict started talking to me. I am not powerless. Look, I just made it 40 days, you know? And so I talked myself into drinking a half a pint of whiskey. I didn't get drunk. I didn't go off the hooks or nothing, but I came back to my counseling, talked about it. And that's when the actual change took place. And I started realizing, holy crap, this is more than just not drinking. It's my character defects. It's my person inside my head that's talking to me, that's making me think it's okay to keep doing what I'm doing when I know and feel that it's not okay. And so I had to sit under counseling in group therapy for 5 months. And I just barely got out of there in February, just last February. And since then, I started this YouTube channel so that I could make videos, because my hobby is videos and cameras and stuff like that. So I would just like, well, whatever I'm learning, I'm going to make a video about. And that's how it started. And so I stick with the literature. I go to AA, I go to NA meetings. I stay close to my group that I was with at Action Recovery. I'll actually show you the picture of the wall that I stared at. I stared at this wall for 5 months. And I hated it, but now I love it. So this is the actual group room we were in. And I stared at this wall for 5 months in group therapy, getting 3.5 hours every night for 5 months. And I only missed one night, and it was a Friday night, and I got sick, or else I wouldn't have missed. And that's how I had to deal with it. And I believe you probably are going to have to go down that same path and take it. As much energy as you put into making sure you have alcohol with you at all times, as much energy as you put into thinking about your alcohol, you're going to have to do a 180 and turn that into recovery and your maintenance. And that's what I've had to do. I had to put all the energy I was putting into being a drunk into being in recovery. And that's how I have to get through. And along the way, you start coming back. Your mind starts getting better. My personality that I had lost is coming back, because I was, ornery, irritable, discontent until I started drinking. And then there's probably 10 to 30-minute window where I was that happy, giggly drunk, and then over the edge, you know. Then I was trying to tell jokes and be funny, but I was just slurring my speech. And
But these meetings that you went to, did your wife go with you, or?
yeah, so Monday through Friday was 5:30 to 9, and it was counseling just for me. Monday through, well, yeah, so she would, on Thursday nights they had family group counseling, so everybody in the group's family would show up. So then it was this huge group of families. So they came to that every Thursday night, and then on the weekends she would follow us around. She would come with us to AA or NA, and she still comes with us to AA and NA. My kids would go. And so that's really where she started learning, like, whoa, this addiction thing's crazy. Because then you're sitting in a room with a bunch of people that are just like us. There's no difference. I sat in a room with doctors. I sat in a room with, you know what I mean?
It's just disheartening because I feel like he just doesn't understand. It's not as simple as he puts it. He's like, just put it down. And I'm like, it really, like, if it was that simple, I'd do it. But it's not. It's not that easy.
And he's never going to fully understand. It's hard to understand something you've never experienced. You can only understand what people tell you. And he may never understand. But he's going to follow your lead. And if you decide to take action, I'm sure it sounds like he's the kind of guy that'll be right there behind you.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of at the end of things. He's like, this is enough. Put it down. Just be done with it. And it's the same thing I want. I want the same thing. Not easy for me. It's just, I find excuses and reasons and compromises and anything I can find to make it continue, even if it's on a lesser note. Like, I find a reason.
Yeah, I had no excuse to party. I was drinking for any reason, and I'm really glad, that I quit drinking when I did, because they sent us home to telework, and because of this whole thing. If I would have still been in active addiction, I obviously wouldn't be in front of you all right now, but I would have been drunk because our shift starts at 4:30. I would have been drunk by 6:30 in the morning, totally drunk, and I would have done lost my job already. If I was already on the way to it, ruining my reputation. I was missing work. I was going into work with shaky hands, and I have to do little presentations once a week. And I was, you could tell I was a drunk alcoholic. I was drunk at work most of the time because I would drink so much the day before.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, he probably wouldn't be up right now.
No, I wouldn't be. I would have been emailing, trying to be funny through emails and emailing the wrong people. Oh man, it would have been horrible.
I mean, I know I have a problem, but I don't think I'm to that point. Like, I know that I need help, and that's not what I'm saying. You're worse than I am, but like 6:30 in the morning, I mean,
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, you'll get there.
I know it'll get worse. I know that.
And Aaron in the comments has a really good point. And I experienced this myself. Once you decide to take that step, come out, and you're already doing it right now. You're here telling all of us, so that's good. You're going to get some.
So.
And a lot of people will commend you for it. A lot of people at work will even still come up to me, hey, how long has it been since you drank? Oh, good job. And they're proud of you. It's you're taking the right steps. You're inspiring people. You're reminding us why the newcomer is so important. And we're all here for you. Everybody in these comments, all the comments that I haven't even put up on the screen are just hope and inspiration. They know exactly what you're going through. You are where I was 6 months or 200 days ago.
I guess I feel so badly for my partner, being sober, and it's just a clash of two different worlds. It's just, I feel so incredibly guilty. I'm a mom, I'm a nurse, I'm a wife, and
are these kids with him?
Oh, well, actually, they're not home currently because I try very I will say that my kids have noticed that I drink, but it's not like I bring out a liquor bottle in front of them. Does that make sense? But they notice my personality
Oh
change.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like I walk around with like a whiskey bottle and I'm like in front of the kids. It's just I kind of do it in my own bedroom, but they're like, "Mom, what's wrong with you?" They notice the
Oh yeah.
change.
Absolutely.
And I would never have myself doing. I just I love my kids are my world, my family is my world, my job is my world. I don't even know, I don't even understand why I ended up where I am. But this is where I am. And
I have a interview I did with a couple ladies on my channel. If you go back, it's Diana and Whitney. And Whitney she was raised in a good home, good parents, no divorces, no nothing like that. She was a cheerleader at the University of Utah. She's really smart, getting an education. And she's like,
right.
I never grew up and imagined myself drawing water out of a toilet to get heroin injected into my arm. But there she was. She ended up there. None of us plan on it, but you're an addict. You're an alcoholic inside. There's people that can drink regularly, like it says in the doctor's opinion. What do they call them? Temperate drinkers, the average temperate drinker, and you're not one of those. You can't walk away and leave a drink on the table. No.
I'm a drinker. Yeah.
You're an alcoholic, just like me, just like everybody in the comments that are alcoholics. And so we know what you need to do. You're not going to understand any more about him because it's not his addiction. You're just making him suffer, and now you're feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
I was there. I did the same thing. I don't know how many times I snot cried in front of her drunk. You know what I mean?
There was lots of snot crying.
I was last night, and I was doing it tonight. I was like, I feel like you need to come on live. He's like, they don't want me on live. I'm way too frustrated with you right now. And I'm like, but there's so many stories that's like him and I. There's so many stories where one person lives one lifestyle and the other is trying to support him, but is so frustrated. Like, I just want to help people and let them know that we're not that only couple. We're not the only ones. And he's not gonna do it. And
he doesn't have to.
no, he doesn't. And I'm not mad about it. I just, it's like I told him last night, I feel like he doesn't understand, which is kind of crazy because I don't even understand. So how am I going to expect him to understand if I don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing?
Oh, read Aaron's comment I just put up on the screen.
Don't worry about that right now. Worry about how you are going to get sober. It's very true.
That's what you need to worry about. So we have a saying here in AA and NA. It's called just for today.
Right.
And you have to focus on just for today because this moment is all we're guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So what are you going to do right now? And if you continue to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow or next Wednesday or next Friday and Saturday with him, you're not going to worry about yourself getting sober. So just for today, what are you going to do? Let's make a plan right now. If you want to do it, we're live. We can all hold you accountable. We can check in with you once a week. You can pop in on the show at 8:30 for 5 minutes every night and tell us how you're staying sober. And this could be a supplement until we get the AAs and all them things back going. So tomorrow's Sunday. How much alcohol do you have left tonight?
Hold on. I'll show it to you. Hold on.
We got to take an action plan. We can't just sit and.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I'll be 100%.
Oh, you still got a whole fifth of Fireball. Oh, yeah. Or pint.
Yeah, that's a pint.
Go dump it down the drain.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. Jump it down the drain. You can't get any more from the liquor store. It's already closed. Tomorrow you can't drink because it's Sunday. And then tomorrow you stay connected with me on email or Facebook Messenger, just like we did. And tomorrow night at 8:30 or 8 o'clock, you come on the show with us. And we'll just have you hang. I can put you right here in the corner and you can hang out with us. Let's make a decision to quit.
There's no way I can dump this whole thing.
Dump it.
I can't.
That'll be the best decision you ever made in your life. 6 months from now, you're going to be so thankful you did.
Go all night.
Go grab your boyfriend, have him dump it out with you,
Oh
and
my
then you
God.
guys sit here and we'll make a commitment to each other.
Oh Jesus. I
With-
can do.
With how
I can do-
much you drink, you might have to go to detox.
Well, there's beer tomorrow if you have. If you start having like enormous amounts of shaking, then grab a beer. You'll be fine.
Or go to the hospital and detox.
with the virus. I can't do that. I'm not going to. Can I pour any of it? Like I'm good with like half of it out. Like seriously, look. You can't see me.
Yeah, we can see it. I know exactly how much it is, and I know that I could drink that in 20 minutes easily.
I can't drink that. It would take me almost.
So we got some people in the comments that say, do it, dump it out. We got some people in the comments saying that you're going to get sick because of how much you've been drinking.
I know. I don't know what. I mean, I'm okay with dumping some of it. I don't know if dumping it all is going to be like, because everything's closed around here. Like, I don't want to be like searching for other things. Does that make sense? Like, I'm okay with dumping some of it. I don't want to be excessive.
What does everybody think in the comments? Let us know right now, and I'll put it up on the screen as they appear. So Antonio says you're going to get sick. Bob says, or drink some stinking mouthwash. Don't listen to Bob.
At least my breath smell good.
Merd says, get rid of it. I'm agreeing with Word. From when I described my drinking compared to your drinking, you weren't drinking quite as much as me. And when I detoxed in the hospital, I believe I would have been okay. I would have been okay if I didn't detox. But we have different bodies. This is just a suggestion.
Okay. Well, I will say this. I'm not even sure. I went 24 hours without it.
Oh, Bob has a good point. You're a nurse. You know what your condition is. So you could dump that whole bottle out, hang in there tomorrow, and if you start feeling any crazy signs, go grab like a tall boy, a 22-ounce tall boy, and that alcohol would give you the relief you would need to not.
I don't know what that is. Like, I'm not.
Welcome back, Veronica.
Do what?
I was just saying welcome to Veronica. She was late popping in.
Oh,
We're glad she's here. Aaron thinks it's a step. Lisa thinks you're going to get sick. Raina says dump half then. All right. Let's do a compromise. Go to the sink. Let's dump half of that out. And then tomorrow we'll check back. You'll stay in contact with us throughout, through email, through, all that good stuff.
okay. Hold on. I'm going to see if he'll come upstairs and help me. Okay. Hold on.
You just didn't pour some in a cup or something and hide it in the couch cushion, did you? You did. Where's the other half? It was all the way to the top. You're an addict. You can't pull one over on us.
Oh, God dang it.
You ain't sneaky.
See what? Yeah, go dump. Take all of it. Go put it on the sink. Both things.
Not all of it. I'm not doing all
No,
of it.
not all of it. Just put all of it to the sink so we can see exactly what you got.
Okay, hold on.
How many bottles you got? Is that another one?
Hold on. Kevin. I don't know if he's on message. Answer. Hey, Kevin. He said, hold on. He's not going to be for this.
Corey,
I'm not dumping all this out.
Well, you don't have to dump all of it. We're going to make a compromise with you. Dump at least half. And then that way tomorrow, don't drink it tonight. Wait till tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll have you back on here. You check with us. And just like last night when me and you were talking over Messenger, we'll continue our conversation tonight after the show, tomorrow throughout the day. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have you back on and pick right back up with you and see where you're at.
All right. So which one am I dumping? He's going to help me dump it. He does not want to be on the.
That's
screen
fine.
or whatever.
No, he doesn't have to. Well, tell him what we're talking about. Let him know what we're going through here.
So they want me to dump half of this. I don't know what they already knew that I transported half of it into another bottle.
She's not sneaky.
I mean, I didn't even know y'all kind of marked it. That's kind of messed up.
I'm an alcoholic. I know exactly how drunk I would get if I drank that. I bet
All
you
right.
just seeing it is triggering people. So it's not even good to have it on TV. So let's make a
Okay.
decision here and let's take action.
Or this one.
I would dump the more full one, but it's deceiving because of the bottles.
Yeah, I agree. All right. We'll dump this one. I'm going to dump it. Okay.
Atta girl.
He doesn't want to be in it, so I'm good with it.
That's fine. He doesn't have to be.
Okay.
But we're going to keep up with you tomorrow. You're going to come on the show every day and we're going to keep you in check as long as you're
Okay.
willing to keep pressing forward to sobriety.
Oh my God, that hurt.
We'll turn the light on. We got to watch this.
Oh my geez.
You'd probably just put it in a different cup.
No, I didn't. Honestly, hold on. How do I switch this? Hold on. No, I promise I didn't.
Let us
I will
ask your
tell you.
boyfriend without seeing his face. Let him confirm for us.
Kevin, is this one empty?
It's empty.
Kevin, did she dump it down the sink or the toilet?
Yeah, it sounded like it went in the sink.
Did she didn't put it in another glass or nothing?
Uh,
I don't have another glass.
Okay. If it was me, I know what I would do.
No, I promise I didn't.
Okay. We're believing you.
He's so check. Hold on. I feel like I'm like 5 years old. He smells it.
Okay. Good. We're proud of
He
you.
said it's in the sink. He sees it and smells it.
Okay. Good for you. We're on our way here, okay?
Okay. That was money, just so you know.
You know how much I threw down the sink? It doesn't matter where you're pouring it in your mouth or the sink. It's a waste of money.
You know, when somebody's mad at you, you don't want to pour that down the sink. You want to drink it. So that,
Oh, she
You
froze
froze.
up on us. Mert says, I couldn't even start with that. It's horribly strong, but I can see why most people would get triggered by the bottle and dependency. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Oh, you're unfrozen.
Fireball.
I was reading a comment. Mert said that he would have a hard time. Horribly strong. Yeah. But look at Erin. She says she's proud of you. Mert says, wonderful, Holly. Great job. So I want you to know that we're all paying attention. We all know we're all praying for you. And tomorrow we'll continue our conversations over Facebook and
And
Go.
we can. But I want you to know the ABC store's closed tomorrow.
good.
And he's mad at me.
Welcome to alcoholism.
Just
no.
remember, you cannot change him and he cannot change you. He probably will not ever fully understand what you're going through. But if he loves you and you decide you want to quit, he will be there for you.
You know what? I feel this way. If he's not, he's not, because I love myself and I love my kids, and I'll do that for us. You know, I got to do it for me.
Yes, if you
And-
quit for you.
Yeah. And if he gets mad about it and doesn't understand it, you know, he's not perfect.
Exactly.
And
Bob says that's the first day of the rest of your life. We are all here for you. Everybody in the comments is just throwing it up there for you.
I'll tell you what, whoever came up and comments better message me, because I'm going to be so mad at myself later. Ever. Like, anytime he's taken it from me and, like, thrown it out, I have just panicked. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I know that panic feeling.
so bad.
But if you actually, do you know what's going to keep you from getting mad about dumping that out later? Is if you don't drink what's in that bottle tonight. It's when you finish that bottle tonight. If we get off of here right now and you finish what's in that bottle, you're not going to have the drunk that you desire, and that's when you're going to get pissed. But if you stay sober, you stay clean right now, You will not get mad about it. And you only keep that around or give it to him just in case of emergency. You know what I mean? Make the decision to quit right now. Not that, oh, I'll just drink a little bit, because it's not going to satisfy you.
No.
You may,
And I told him that last night when I was trying to do like the compromise. You know, we all fifth. Let me have a fifth 2 nights. The share between 2 nights the whole week. Friday, Saturday. The kids aren't here. Blah 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 blah. But last night I drank over the half of the fifth. So tonight it left me with less than half the fifth.
yeah, that's the phenomenon of craving.
Yet that's when I panic, because I'm like, oh my God, ABC stores are not open on Sunday. What am I going to do? So I just poured everything.
Now, my advice, my suggestion, take it or leave it, and I'm sure everybody would agree with me. Give him the rest of that bottle and do not drink tonight. Give it to him. Let him hide it from you. And you and him drink some water, have a little snack, cuddle up on the couch, and watch a movie. What's that?
I'm okay with that. I'd rather it be he's proud of me than he's upset with me. Like, he won't even.
I understand.
He's downstairs. He won't even come near me, and it's just, it makes me want to drink more. Like, it's like counterproductive. It just makes me want to drink more when he just pulls away from me. And
so by the end of that, say you're going to finish that bottle tonight. If you do, you're going to be pissed off as soon as you take that last drop. And you're not going to get the satisfaction of the drunk, which is the blackout drunk, because that's the only thing us alcoholics do. And then tomorrow you're going to wake up and feel like crap, and you're going to continue to feel guilty. But if you make amends with him tonight, give him that bottle and hide it, guaranteed tomorrow is going to be a good day. Make that decision now. That's my advice.
Having me on every night is a good thing, because tonight I'm sober.
Yeah, so tomorrow night, everybody in the comments want to see you come on here having made the right decision.
I'll be sober. I'm not going to like it. But I might blur as much, or, you know, but I'm going to be sober. I mean, I made that promise, and I'm going to stick with it. Plus, the ABC stores are closed, so it's not like I can go replace what I just poured down the drain.
One day at a time. You just all you need to focus on is until you fall asleep. What time is it where you're at right now?
11:16. So not.
So it's late. You have 1 to 2 hours to worry about. Don't worry about ABC being open tomorrow. Don't worry about Sunday morning. Let's worry about till 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. You just get through till midnight. And then once you hit midnight, you worry about 1 and fall asleep in between there sometime.
But you know that urge on Sunday.
I do. It didn't go away once I quit neither. I still have trouble. We went to the liquor store, or not the liquor store. We went to Walmart today. And it's funny now that my kids are conditioned, because my kids know everything. I told them they go to AANA. We went down to get some drinks.
Great.
We went down to get some drinks, and my kids were covering my eyes from the beer aisle, pushing me away. And but I missed everything you said. What did you say?
I said I didn't even realize how I wouldn't even. Our kids know more than what we think they know.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the hardest part is.
Go get your sister.
And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, and I would say, I promise. I mean, don't tell anybody else. But yesterday, we're doing this whole quarantine, homeschooling stuff. We went on a treasure hunt, like a scavenger hunt, with my 6-year-old, and I'm like, you got to pick up 6 yellow flowers, and I kind of went down the list, 4 pieces of trash, and we come to a Fireball bottle, and she picks it up, and it's a pint, and she says, "Look, Mommy, this is what you drink."
How old is she?
She's 6.
Oh, okay.
and they just know a lot more than what we think they do. And it was really an eye opener for me
Come on this side.
because I thought I had shit all that, but I hadn't.
See, here's my 8-year-old daughter right here. But I was going to ask her a question. Did you know when I was drinking?
Yeah.
What was I like?
Weird. Crazy.
But I couldn't hide it from you.
No.
They
I
know.
find it everywhere. Bottles laying everywhere.
Zylan made like a 3-stack tower of whiskey bottles one day.
Mm-hmm.
A 3-foot tall tower.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
You're either going to feel better from this or you're going to drink or feel worse. It's one or the other. There's no in between.
I just don't want to hurt everybody who loves me, you know.
You already are. But if you make that decision and plan that we kind of have laid out right now, you're going to make them proud. Because it will only get worse. There is no upside to this at all. Continuing drinking is no upside.
I just wanted to come on tonight, and I asked you last night. I'm like, put me on live because there's so many people like me and you who thought this was going to happen. You know, I would never do that, and it happens. It sucks.
Bob's opinion, if you look at the comments, cling on to whatever's going to help you stop drinking right now, because you're going to find out that it's more. Once you get rid of the alcohol, because there's alcoholism, right? Once you get rid of the alcohol, there's the ism. And that's when you start learning how to take care of character defects and what drives you back to alcohol. And so right now, hang on to your kids. It's your why. Why are you quitting drinking? Because your kids and your boyfriend and your family and the people you love, that you don't want to hurt them anymore. That's why. Hang on to that why. And they'll learn that mommy is strong. Absolutely. Yeah. And you're leading by example. Right now, you are at a crossroads at 9:21 my time, 11:21 your time in your life. You're going to lead by example. You're either going to continue down the road of drinking and your kids are going to follow that example, or you're going to be strong right now and commit to this. And they're going to see that as well. Because my kids see a huge change in me. Like night and day change in me the last 8 months.
I can do that, and I know I can. I want to.
We know you can do it, and that's the good news. There is recovery. Recovery is possible. It happens. Look at me. Look at the people in the comments.
I have never poured anything down the sink. Oh, that was so hard.
Me neither.
I don't care if it was like a tablespoon. That's hard. You know.
I know exactly how much you poured down. That'd have been good 3 chugs for me.
Enough to get sleep, basically.
Get your belly hot. Get the pump primed.
Hey, well, look, I appreciate you and your wife and your kids, and just knowing that I'm not alone, even though I feel like I'm alone, because, well, he won't have anything to do with me. And I feel like my kids are disappointed with me. You know, it just makes it harder to quit. It just makes it harder to put down, but I have to do it. I mean, I have to. I'm only hurting myself and my kids. And I don't want to do that anymore. I never wanted to. I never set out to do that. That's the crazy thing is I didn't have this great plan where I was going to end up an alcoholic and that I would be on a live show talking about pound fireball. You know,
I do know.
nobody made that out. And I will check in every night.
So are you on our
I think she is.
are you on our private Facebook page? I believe you are. Recovering Addict, the private group.
I'm not sure. I
Well,
can check.
we'll make sure you're on there tonight. And anybody that's watching, join this private Facebook group, and we can all keep dibs with Holly. And you can keep checking in with us every hour, every half hour, every 5 minutes if you need to. Just throw a message up on the thing in this private group, and all of us will have our phone. It's Sunday. We're in quarantine. What else do we got to do? And we can give you strength and hope through this private Facebook group. And I know there's a lot of people on there looking for the same strength and hope because we're all going through this stressful time.
Yeah.
So everybody go join that private Facebook group, and then we'll all help keep track of Holly. And then every night at 8, we'll have her on for 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, whatever it takes. Check in on her and keep motivating her to sobriety. And then and our plan will be, what is the date today? What's 30 days from now?
4th.
30 days from now, we'll make you a video and congratulate you on your 30 days.
All right. Just let everybody know, one last sentence. You're not alone. There's lots of normal people who never had this in the plan, who have families and good careers that are struggling. You're not alone.
That's very true.
That is true. It's absolutely true.
All right. Check in tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, we're going to check in on you later tonight. I'll shoot you some messages, and you let me know when you guys are sitting, settling for bed. And then tomorrow morning, after we wake up, everybody on Facebook group will throw a message when you wake up on the Facebook group. And then obviously we'll stay connected with you, and we'll all get through this together because we recover better together.
Yeah, for sure. You're not alone.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
One day at a time. You got this. You got this. You're strong. You're strong, beautiful woman. You can do anything.
I know that I did not want to pour that out.
And you're going to show your daughters how strong and beautiful you are, or your daughter, right?
That really, really sucked. I wish I had a bathroom. I would have poured it in the cup.
I know. I would have done the same.
There was a cup. It was the sink, and I'm like, what do I have to do? Lick the sink?
How to lick the sink.
So right now we'll end the video, and you go make amends with, what'd you say his name was? Aaron?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay. Go make amends with Kevin, and
Good guy. He just he needs to leave my tail. I about cuss, but yeah, he probably should.
okay, no drinking.
He's a good guy.
Cuddle up next to him and make amends.
With water, it's not gonna be water. It has to be like orange juice.
Juice?
I drink
Not gonna be
Fresca.
water.
I drink a lot of Fresca.
That's Fresca.
I don't know what that is. Is it like fruit punch or?
It's
Hey, bring me a
it's like-
Fresca.
It's like grapefruit soda. It's like what old people drink.
Hey,
When I was a kid, only
it's-
old people drank Fresca.
This is really gonna gross you out, but I drink sweet tea.
oh, I
Which is
love
really
sweet
odd
tea.
because I drink Fireball. This
So
is
this-
unsweet.
That's Fresca. It's just flavored soda with
It's like
citrus. It's like,
grapefruit soda.
yeah, it's grapefruit soda. I love it.
Diet grapefruit soda.
Yeah, there's no sugar. There's no calories.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. All right, I'll check in.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to it, and you're brave, and we love you.
All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye.
Good night, Holly.
Well, that was cool. What y'all think about that? Remember, let's keep her in our prayers tonight, huh? Wow.
Yes. Pray for Holly.
Crazy times we live in right now, I tell you what. Has my phone been dinging the whole time? Sorry about that. So everybody, go join that Facebook group, and we're gonna hone in on Holly this next 30 days and make sure we can get her through this. Merd says he kind of likes, yeah, exactly. Merd's like 7-Up, or yeah, exactly. Good luck, Holly. Merd says that was amazing.
Oh, gum.
Mints
Holly,
or
chew some gum. Cinnamon
Yeah.
gum.
I just been drinking the snot out of this. I drink I don't know. I just switched from whiskey to Fresca.
You drink like 12 frescas a day.
What? 12 a day? I don't drink that many. Maybe 3. I drink them at night. And I can't drink a lot of caffeine, especially during work days, because the caffeine affects me. Ew, Fresco wasn't bad. Well, it doesn't say diet on it.
See, Aaron knows. It's actually kind of good. It's growing on me. I'm getting old.
It's good. I love it. But it's probably that
yeah.
aspartame and all that bad stuff, I'm sure. It's not whiskey, so that's a good thing. When is Link going to make a guest appearance? What's up, Jesse?
There he is. Jesse's, I think he threw another comment
Linky's
up there
on
about his wife being awesome.
Jesse did?
Yeah.
I missed it. Where?
Well, we were talking. It's in there somewhere.
Oh, dang it. Link
I
comes
agree,
on
your
here all
wife's
the
awesome.
time, man. He usually has his little addition to the show is 3 quotes and 3 jokes by Link.
And coffee.
And he's the coffee guy of Recovering Addict Studios. And when we get a printer, he's going to put paper in the printer.
We can get him a red stapler.
And a stapler. Well, that was cool. I hope she does. I think that'll be the best. If she can give that to him, not drink, watch a movie, go to sleep, man. It's already that late. Wake up tomorrow. She's going to be a much happier person. Bob says mostly Holly should go hit the rack, sleep tomorrow. Hey, Bob, are you reading my mind again? Hey, Bob, what are them addicts up to in your house? Let us know. We need
they
an
burnt
update.
the food.
I saw something about the stove, but I didn't want to interrupt Holly.
This fire alarm was going off or something. Did you get the fires put out?
Uh-oh.
Ew, apple cider vinegar. That's like drinking kombucha.
I heard that kombucha is really good for you. I was watching Joe Rogan podcast in the background today, and he said
Tastes disgusting.
the fermenting gives it like organic antibiotics and whatever all that stuff is. So,
Ooh, juicy fruit. Atta girl. Holly's chewing some juicy fruit.
she's on the juicy fruit wagon right now. Thanks, bud. Say hi to Jesse. He's watching you.
Are you one of my many fans?
Jesse, I believe that's Jesse from work. Work with that guy. Wow. So what time is it? 9:30? Well, that lasted a little longer than I thought. It didn't kind of go, hey, look, there's Miss Hadley. What's up?
Hi.
You just now
Hello,
joining
Miss
us right now?
Hadley.
Everybody, make sure you go and join this private Facebook group. In there, we're going to keep our tabs on Holly and Miss Hadley. If you did not catch what we just did, rewind the show after we're done here to about 8:25, 8:30-ish, and watch what we're committed to. We have a lady on here who we're going to commit to help stay sober. She dumped out some of her whiskey tonight, and she doesn't want to go down the road that we've all been down, that she's going down, actually. The doctor's opinion, man. We believe, and we so suggested a few years ago, that the action of alcohol on these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of an allergy, that the phenomenon of craving is limited to this class and could never occur in the average temperate drinker. These allergic types can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. And once having formed the habit and found that they cannot break it, once having lost their self-confidence, their self-reliance upon things human, their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve. This book was written, what was it, 70 years ago, dang near? And nothing's ever changed. Addiction has never changed. It only has one outcome, and that's jails, institutions, or death, or quit. And that's it. Oh, this is about to tip out. 10:30 for Bob. Jesse Miller says, Link, you're the man.
Oh, yeah, it's Link with a Y.
Oh, yeah, he hates it when you guys don't spell it with a Y. So maybe we should put it up there. Huh? There, I got an idea. Watch this. We're going to redo this banner right here and put your name. So everybody knows how to spell it. Just for you, Linky.
Holly says, I want you all to know that your work is/will help others. I have got this.
She's pumped, guys. She's pumped. Let's inflate that pink cloud for the next 30 days. We can get her through 30. We can get her through 30 more. It's metaphor, Link. It's a metaphor. Can't find Holly in the group. Okay, Aaron, we'll make sure that she's a part of it. I know she's a part of. I was just I am through Messenger, so I'll make sure that she has that link. Will you make sure she has that link? Are you talking to her? This link right here?
She's watching the watch party.
Oh, is she? We'll put it in the watch party too.
I
Even
just put
better.
a bunch of stuff in there.
And don't forget our little thing we're going to do. Shoot us videos of what you're doing to kill the time. What hobbies have you picked up? What new things are you trying? Send me an email with just a little snippet of your day. If you have some inspiration you want to give us, just give us a shout out for Holly. And I'll throw those in the next live streams. And as they keep coming in throughout the weeks, months, and years, who knows how long, I will play them every night. I'll make little compilations out of them with music and all kinds of good stuff. Anything you want to say. Keep it under 30 seconds because that's all this software will handle, unfortunately, is all I can do. But that would be fun. I would like to see what you guys are doing with your time in this lockdown we're experiencing. Does anyone know her whole name so I can search her on Facebook?
I just put it on there, and here's a link to her Facebook page.
Wow. And that way she can decide. It's official. I think I'm addicted to Call of Duty. Dude, I love Call of Duty. What's your KDR, Corey? That's when we're going to talk the real deal about Call of Duty. What's your KDR? What's your gun? What class do you like to run? Which Call of Duty are you playing? I've been playing I haven't for a minute, but Modern Warfare, that's my game.
I think we play 3. Me and Neil play 3.
Yeah, you guys play my KDR is above 2. That'll tell you how good I am. If you want somebody on your team who's going to get at least 25 kills and 8 deaths, I'm your guy. Right? Ain't that right, Jesse? Jesse, if you get Jesse on your team, he'll have like 20 deaths and 3 kills.
Me too, Jesse.
We're telling her right now. We're going to make sure that happens, Aaron. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I just sent her the link again for the group.
Any advice for being camera shy? I totally want to contribute. But yeah, it's a thing. Public speaking is a thing. And the only way to get over it is to do it. And the cool thing about being camera shy, and this is what I did to get over it, but I've been getting in front of the camera for quite some time now. I used to put the camera up and I would record myself. Nobody else was around. Nobody, right? You hit record and all of a sudden you feel like people are watching you, but you have to realize nobody's watching you and you're not going to upload it. You're not going to share it. You can immediately delete it. And getting over seeing yourself and hearing yourself is another thing. Just get over it. And then just practice. Just go set it on a tree somewhere and grab a book and read a paragraph. Just read a paragraph to the camera and try to read it like a TV anchor or try to say something funny, and delete it. You don't have to share it. Just because you recorded yourself doesn't mean you have to share it.
Oh,
but that's one way that I did, because I would be like, oh, hi, I'm LT. I'm on cam. And then I'd be like, God, nobody's even watching this. What are you doing? Just be normal. As I spit everywhere. Coronavirus all over my camera.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, just as you say no one's watching you, I just
Look at Jesse. He knows it's true. That's why he's laughing.
Just as you say nobody's watching you, I just remember God is always watching.
Yes, God is always watching, bud. You know it. Cody and Amanda. Well, I can't call you Miss Hadley? All right, we'll call you Commanda.
We got Ernie and Commanda.
Commanda. What's up, Commanda?
So does that mean you want to come on live with us, Commanda?
Yeah, come on. Hey, Jesse, you want to come on live? I'd love to have you. But it has to be PG. You can't be like you are at work, bruh.
Veronica's been struggling with sobriety. It's because you haven't been hanging out.
Well, she's been
But you've been
checking
doing
in,
good
y'all.
things. You've been doing good things.
You guys give it up for Veronica because she has been without internet service and she's helping somebody that's struggling. So the stress is real. What are you at? 16, 17 days? No, 16 days. When did we do the 10 days for her? Last Sunday? She's like 17, 18 days, somewhere right there. But she's been clean for 17, 18 days and she's doing the right thing. She's keeping her mind on recovery. She's getting triggered. She's having cravings. She's going through everything we all go through. But she checked in with us last night or the night before, or both. I think it was both.
Her 10 days was on the
made sure that
18th
we
of
knew
March.
that she's staying strong. And the day before was that Wednesday. Everybody was clapping how she's handling it. Veronica, you could give a lot of strength to Holly right now. She could really look up to you. Good advice. Good night, Lisa. Have a good dreams and sweet dreams out there in Baltimore.
Night, Lisa.
Yeah, stick with it, Veronica.
I observed Cinderella, and it turns out her
Mrs. Hadley. Miss Hadley. You always have to say it with a southern accent. Miss Hadley. Can I get some sweet tea, Miss Hadley?
something.
My dad used to call me that because I was so Oh, Miss Hadley. Gotcha. Jesse says, love to. PG-13 might be rough.
Yeah,
you know
18 days.
Bro, I had a guy come on
18
here.
days.
His name was Steve, and he came on here and he shared his story. It's in my videos. I think it's number 16. But he shared his story and he got so detailed and cussing and dropping the F-bomb. I had to make it 18 and older. And the first week is tough, but you get used to it. Yeah, man, the first 3 months of me quitting drinking was the toughest. And then my buddy Jesse, he's in the comments. I would love to go hang out with those guys, man. That was, you know what I mean? But I can't. I'm that guy that can't drink. I can't do it. You put freaking a half a teaspoon of alcohol up to my lips, you may as well just go get me a fifth right then, because that's what I'm drinking. I'm going to drink till I completely make an ass out of myself and black out every night for weeks on end.
I observed something from the movie Cinderella. Her mom drinks Bud Light, and she hides it in the song that she sings Cinderella. It says, lavender green, dilly dilly. Am I wrong?
My grandma used to hide her Budweiser underneath the stuffed animals.
That is awesome.
And then she'd tell me not to tell my grandpa.
Hi, Chihuahua. Is it Saturday night? Oh, thank God we don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Am I wrong?
Jesse, don't even say anything. Don't even. Having to get up and log onto my computer is horrible. Okay? Oh, let me respond. You talk for a second, babe.
Oh, well, what? Like, didn't do his jokes and his quotes. Oh, you did? Didn't you do a Chuck Norris one?
Yeah. I'll find the quote. You can talk.
Okay, I'm gonna talk. I would love to share. Way to go, Veronica. This is the hardest time. Every day passes, gets a little bit easier. Keep going, lady. That's some good advice or encouragement from Amanda. Oh, and I did the math, Veronica. 18 days. 2 more days and you're at the big 2-0. Congratulations.
Lindsay Williams, if you're watching, I just sent you a little response to that. And that is the link is the private Facebook page that you can join. And it's a private one so that nobody else can see your post but you and whoever is approved to be in there. It's a Facebook page that I guard tightly. So I was in some of these groups when I first started. When I first quit drinking, I actually heavily relied on Facebook groups. It was weird, but it worked. But some of the Facebook groups I started seeing, there are trolls who go in there and they post pictures of themselves hitting bongs and chugging beers, and then, you know, they're trolls. That's what they were trying to do, is go to these groups and trigger people. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to create a Facebook page that's troll free. If you read my questions to join, you'll notice I say, if you're a troll, you're out of here. And I actually had 3 or 4 trolls join right in the beginning, and I booted them immediately. And I'm not going to stand for that, because we're about true recovery. I mean, we're not here messing around. We ain't here to get famous. I'm here to stay sober, and I have to stay sober, because if I don't, the outcome is going to be jails, institutions, or death for me. And that's a fact. I've been to jail. I've been to institutions. So what's the next logical outcome? Death.
Death. Holly says, I can't thank you all enough. I just needed to know someone understood, but pulling out my fireball sucked.
Man, I was having anxiety watching it.
Yeah.
So Holly just joined the private group right now. I'm approving her immediately. So that's awesome. Good job, Holly. Very good job.
I have a quote.
One person wants to join this group.
I have a quote if you guys want to hear it.
Let's hear your quote, Linky. Talking to yeah.
Success is not what you have, but who you are. Bo Bennett.
Absolutely. Success is not what you have, but who you are. I saw a cool quote today. It was said something about being happy is cooler than making money.
Whoa.
I totally agree with that. Awesome. So we got 3 new members that just joined to help Holly out.
Woo,
I'm
woo.
going to make sure we welcome everybody.
Oh, has anybody talked to Betsy? Have we talked to Betsy?
Yeah, I gave her the link today too, so I don't know if she's on or not. Where are we at in the comments?
Betsy.
Night Lisa, I would love to share with her how hard it is. Yeah, so Veronica, you're already in our Facebook group, I believe. Make sure, because she just joined. So we just got 3 new people that joined. Holly's in there now. So if you post hope and strength, we'll check on her. You can, do the whole side. I am privately messenger your strength and hope if you want. But we're all recovering together. So wait for go, Veronica. It's the hardest time. Every day that passes gets a little bit easier. Keep going, lady. Amen. It does get easier. And then one day you do actually stop having those cravings, just little triggers here and there. Because I'm not really craving. Lisa, I thought you were going to bed.
Lisa.
Yes. Congratulations. Merd thinks you're funny.
I think it's funny you don't have arms.
I would hide it in the closet. That Merd, we already caught her, yeah. So we know what we would do. I wouldn't have dumped it. I wouldn't have called the show. No way, Jose. Called the show. What is this? The 90s?
You're gonna call in.
Good question. Has anyone talked to Betsy? So she has actually she doesn't seem to know how to navigate technology very much. So we've been I shared her the links. I tried to share her because I schedule these. As soon as we're done, I'll immediately schedule another one for tomorrow at 8. And I try to immediately share it with her now. And a few others that don't understand technology. Slacker day for Bob tomorrow. Sweet, bro. Watering mostly. I have 20,000 square feet. And dang. Are you doing it all by yourself? I know you said you had to get rid of some of the help. Bob, what you growing? Merc wants to know. Yeah, we know what Merc's meaning by that, Bob. Do we got to come and kick your butt?
Oh my gosh.
What is your family growing, Bob? That you don't know about.
I have another quote about getting.
Okay, this is
What are those? Bedding plants. Oh, just like for gardens or front of the houses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad to hear she joined as well. That's good. Wow,
Yeah.
that's an insult. People posting crap like that, hitting on the butt. Yeah, dude, it would
Yeah,
bother
that's
me.
messed
So
up.
if you guys join my Facebook group, you'll notice the questions that I ask are mostly specifically to weed out trolls. And some people lie just to get in there. But luckily, the 3 that did try to join, I noticed that they were trolls because they were a part of other Facebook groups that I was watching. And they even tried to guilt trip you. I guess this place isn't for recovery, is it? I'm like, well, not recovery when you're a troll because you're trying to trigger us, and we ain't playing that game.
I have another quote about
this is from
coming to recovery.
I just posted what Holly said.
All right. It's not going to be hard. I mean, it's going to be hard, but hard does not mean impossible.
That's true. Absolutely true, Linky. Good one.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have even bothered with the channel. I would have just kept drinking, but luckily yeah, same here, Merd. And I did. I drank until I freaking checked into a detox. Everybody at work, man, they were like, where the hell have you been? I was like, I was an alcoholic. You didn't know? Some of them knew. Some of them really knew. Like, LT, yeah, we were worried about you, bud. We're glad you made that decision. Jesse in the comments, I'm sure he was worried. I shared with Jesse. He knew. I'd go to him and be like, dude, I need to quit drinking, man. Look at my hands. Look at my face. Smell me. I smell it. I'm pretty sure he came up to me a time or two and was like, brah, you stink. Yeah, Merk's in that group, you guys. Solid Merk.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Merk.
Holly said, I'm doing this for all of us. Heart you all. Let's do this together. And she said that Kevin is willing to join our live.
If she's
thinking
sober, I'm
tomorrow.
sure.
Yeah.
Make an agreement. If she's sober, Kevin join. That would be good. Amen. That's awesome, you guys. And that was the cool thing about AA. When you go to AA, when you reach out, and if you watched one of my videos about the importance of AA, I say this at the end of the video. We may not be firemen. We may not be ambulance drivers. We're not doctors in the ER. We're not getting our hands dirty saving lives. But if you go to AA and you share your story and you don't know this could happen or not, and it could, it very well could. You could literally save somebody's life by sharing your story at AA or NA, which is why it's so important. If you've had years of sobriety, months or days of sobriety, you go to these NA meetings and speak what you're going through and share your strength and hope, because somebody will hear that and it's very well possible they go and quit. And on top of that, say they quit, you restore that person back to their family or their kids, or you restore those kids back to their parents. So on top of saving lives by sharing your story in NA or AA, you can bring families back together and you can help people heal hurts. And it's a powerful thing. I mean, I don't think people realize the step 12, how powerful step 12 can actually be. Bob says, yeah, I'm on my own. Okay, so I'm on my own with the business. Just my 81-year-old mother and myself. It's about 3 acres of the greenhouse 5. Wow. She's 81, and I'll bet she still works circles around you, doesn't she, Bob? I had to lay this. Yeah, that sucks, man. We're going through some tough times. And that's another reason we're sitting here in front of you. Why we do this every night at 8 o'clock. We've dedicated this for the next year to supplement what's going on out there, to help people, to reach people. If we can educate one person that educates one person that educates one person, and we all stay sober because of that, then we've done our job. If good can come from this virus, and this is the good that comes from it, then we are here and committed to it. Know what I mean? Hey, Vern, you know what I mean? Who knows that quote? Let's everybody raise your hand if you know that quote. That'll show your age. Hey, Vern, know what I mean?
I ain't that old. Raina probably knows.
I bet Bob knows too. Who said that? Who can tell me the quote that I just did? What was the guy's name that said, hey, Vern? Know what I mean?
I'm going to guess the horse that talks.
No, Mr. Ed, that's way too old. No Googling, cheaters.
Dang it.
Are you Googling a link? Oh my goodness. You're killing me, bud. Killing me softly with his words.
What do you guys want tonight? Do you want the just for today or daily reflections? Your choice. Don't forget, recoveringaddict8@gmail.com. Send me an email clip of the things you're doing around the house. If you're just trimming trees and killing the time, like you said, I'd love to see like just somebody throw the camera up there, give us an inspirational quote tomorrow, and the days to come as they come in, I will put them on there. And if you guys want to help us, remember what to do. You like, you subscribe, and you share the videos with people. That's all you do. Help us, help you.
Help me, help you.
Help me, help you.
Thank you, Jerry Maguire.
Look at Corey, got it. We and Corey probably grew up watching that show together.
Ernest, like Ernest the funny guy? Like Ernest goes to camp?
Ernest goes to camp, yeah. Ernest P. Whirl.
We didn't watch a lot of Ernest in our house.
Raina was too high to watch TV. Working out. All right, Merd. I want to see you throw up some weights.
We want to see you bench 300.
Yeah,
Not throw 'em
315.
up.
I want to see you rep out 315. Send me a video of 315 repped out 10
We
times.
don't want to see you barf out weights. That would be weird. I got a joke about hitting rock bottom.
All right.
What do you get when you hit Dwayne Johnson in the butt? You hit rock bottom.
Good one, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'll choose. We will go through. I'm digging just for today. Sorry, guys. I like daily reflections, but I've been digging these just for today's. Ooh, guarding our recovery. What a great one. Remember that we are ultimately responsible for our recovery and our decisions. Dang, that's kind of what we were just talking. That's what we're trying to get Holly to see. Remember that we are ultimately responsible for our recovery and our decisions. Most of us will face choices that challenge our recovery. If we find ourselves in extreme physical pain, for example, we will have to decide whether or not we will take medication. We will have to be very honest with ourselves about the severity of our pain, honest with our doctor about our addiction and our recovery, and honest with our sponsor. In the end, however, the decision is ours, for we are the ones who must live with the consequences. Another common challenge is the choice of attending a party where alcohol will be served. Again, we should consider our own spiritual state. If someone who supports our recovery can attend the event with us, so much the better. However, if we don't feel up to the challenge, we should probably decline the invitation. Today, we know that preserving our recovery is more important than saving face. All such decisions are tough ones, requiring not only careful consideration, but the guidance of our sponsors and complete surrender to a higher power. Using all of these resources, we make the best decisions we can. Ultimately, however, the decisions are ours. Today, we are responsible for our own recovery. Just for today, when faced with a decision that may challenge my recovery, I will consult all the resources at my disposal before I make my choice. Holly, when you are faced with a decision that's going to challenge your recovery, you consult with all the resources at your disposal before you make that choice. And now you have a ton of them. Who sees us naked in the shower?
God.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Love that prayer.
Good night, Corey, Bob, Murd, Ernie.
Like your head is floating around.
Oh, yeah. All right, you guys. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we recover better together.